Alright guys, ZFR back here, and I want to talk to you guys about The Walking Dead because big stuff for The Walking Dead coming up this weekend. That's right, Walking Dead is coming back. If I remember the dates correctly, it should be this weekend. We are going to be seeing the second half of Walking Dead Season 8 come back to TV, and obviously if you're on this video, there will be spoilers in this video for up until episode 809. So please, 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 if you don't want to be spoiled about everything that's happened over the course of these last couple seasons or whatever, or you're not all the way caught up, leave the video now. But pretty much in this video, we're just going to be talking about what to expect from this second half and kind of some of the stuff going on just with the show behind the scenes. So first thing I want to talk about is the second half of The Walking Dead Season 8, because this season was a big deal for a lot of people. Season 8 is all out war. It's a really beloved arc in the comics, and a lot of people were really excited to see it be brought to the TV show. A lot of people are excited to see all the different iconic moments like Siva's death and everything. And overall, so far, I think they've done an okay job with bringing it to life, but at the same time, like me, a lot of people are kind of disappointed with what we've seen so far. Like the first half, it wasn't bad, but there were just some things in it that felt a little. It felt a little out of place. It felt it didn't really feel all that great. It didn't feel as great as we were all expecting it to be. It definitely wasn't as action packed as I thought it was going to be in the first half. The first episode, in my appointment, for me, I just said in my appointment. The first episode, in my opinion, it fell really flat to me. Just because I just didn't feel like a lot happened that episode besides them trapping the saviors. And one thing I didn't like is how the saviors were trapped all the first half of the season. So that really kind of threw me off a little bit. I didn't like it at all. It felt like it was just a ploy to slow the season down a little bit. And I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that we're having this war, but it felt like it got slowed down so much. But anyway, talking about the second half, a lot of things are happening. A lot of people want to see how they're going to finish this Carl death off. Like, a lot of fans still aren't happy about it. Personally, I still think they could have either one, found somebody to replace the actor if that was the problem. Two, they could have written his death in a better way. At least if you felt it was necessary to kill him, you could definitely written his death in a better way. And three, another thing I wanna just throw out there, like, I mean, just why kill Carl? Like, I just don't get it. Like, we need an explanation, but at the same time, we do have to just wait. We have to wait and see what they're going to do, how they're going to incorporate this to the story. Because who knows? Maybe this could just be an interesting what's the word, remix. Maybe this could just be another interesting remix they decide to do that they think can really breathe life into the show and really switch things up from the comics. With that being said, I want to kind of talk about like what else we can expect from The Walking Dead going forward. Like, I mean, this second half of the season is going to be a big one for a lot of people. Obviously, a lot of people want them to do a good job of ending off All Out War, which I think they will do. Like, judging from the trailers and stuff, like, it looks like this second half is going to be a lot better. It looks like it's going to be a lot faster paced. It looks like there's going to be a lot of action in every episode, at least from what we're seeing in the trailers. I think this second half, of the season is going to kind of be like the second half of season 6, which, if you remember, it was so damn good. Like, everyone was so hyped up about Walking Dead during season 6, especially that second half. It was amazing. Like, I mean, that was probably definitely my favorite half season of The Walking Dead, the second half of season 6. Even though we got the Negan kill cliffhanger and everything, I still loved it. So anyway, moving on, I want to talk about the new director, which was kind of where I was going with the future of the show and everything. But yeah, The Walking Dead does have a new director. For those of you who don't know, so after season 8 ends, like if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure Scott Gimple is the one finishing off season 8 as the director. So I think the new director is going to be overseeing season 9 mostly, and from there on. So when The Walking Dead comes back next fall, that means that this show is probably going to have a different feel to it. It's going to have a different outlook. It's going to we're probably going to see it go in a different direction that we're not quite used to. So I'm really excited to see exactly what this new director is going to bring to the table. I'm excited to see what we can expect from The Walking Dead in the future, because I'm hoping that they bring a different feel to it. I've already said I wouldn't mind them putting a bigger focus on the action and a horror aspect in The Walking Dead, to be honest. I wouldn't mind it going kind of in that direction, which, if you know, the Whisper arc is the perfect time to do that. So, and that's most likely going to start in season 9. So I'm super excited about that. But anyway, another thing I want to talk about really quickly is the actors and their contracts. So we know that Andrew Lincoln is coming back on. He's already said he's excited to continue The Walking Dead and everything. He plays Rick, so yeah, obviously that would have been pretty bad if he was ready to leave or something. Because, you know, without Rick, I mean, you're going to have to make some extreme major changes to the story, or either recast, which the fans will not like either. So it's good that he's still excited to be on. But then you have this situation over here with Lauren Cohan, whose contract did already end this year. And from what I'm understanding, she still hasn't signed back up for The Walking Dead. And if you don't know, there are a couple of different shows and directors that want her in their show, and they're offering her some pretty good parts and some pretty good roles, probably better pay. That's a big one. So with that being said, unless AMC doesn't if they don't like bring some real cast to the table for this actor, we might lose our Maggie. I'm just throwing that out there. And I really hope she decides to stay with the show, but at the same time, if she doesn't, you really can't blame her. Like, I mean, because if AMC is kind of being cheap, they're not wanting to pay her as much as these other shows are. Because right now, from what I was hearing, like, she was getting some pretty big offers to be in some other stuff. So she very well could be like, she could be up there like, well, I love The Walking Dead and all my fans, but man, that's a lot of money, you know? So I'm just saying, like, right now, AMC, if anybody from AMC is watching this video or ends up watching this, please do not be cheap when it comes to your big characters like Maggie, like Rick. I'm sure you're not being cheap with Andrew Lincoln and Norman Reedus as Rick and Daryl, which they have been on the show a little bit longer, but let's be honest, they haven't been on the show that much longer. Like, season 1 of The Walking Dead was only like goddamn 6 episodes, and Maggie was introduced like at the beginning of season 2, so she was in there like before the time you got to episode 10. So definitely I think she should be making somewhere around the same amount they are. So, and I've heard a lot of people debate that Rick is the main character, Daryl is kind of a main character, so is Maggie. Maggie has been there just as long, or damn near just as long as all of them. So she definitely should be getting equal pay in that regard. And it would be sad to see her move on to something else and that they have to either kill her off or replace her with a different actor, because I think she does a really good job of Maggie. I definitely prefer her version of Maggie to the one we get in the comic books. I think her version is better, is the superior version. So it would be sad to see her go, but you know, if that's what she's got to do because they're not wanting to pay her a good amount, then that's understandable as well. But anyway, with that being said, you guys, that's all for this video. If you want other videos like this, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave comments down below telling me what you guys hope to see in the future from The Walking Dead and from this channel. But anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. ZFR out.